It has been over 60 years since Brazil successfully defended their World Cup title in Chile back in 1962. Since then, no national team has ever repeated that historic feat. Some have come close, reaching back-to-back finals, like the Seleção themselves in 1994 and 1998, or, most recently, France in 2018 and 2022. Now, the heavy burden of breaking this cosmic curse falls squarely on Argentina. The reigning kings of world football are about to begin their ultimate campaign to defend the throne. The strength of La Albiceleste has remained rock solid since their World Cup triumph 4 years ago, further solidified by their recent Copa América victory. Although their core players are aging, their immense experience and telepathic chemistry have guided Argentina through every storm, leaving them fully prepared for this title defense. Will Lionel Messi and his teammates finish the story, or will football fans witness yet another reigning champion dethroned? Ahead of the 2026 World Cup, fans worldwide are locked in fierce debates over whether Argentina can shatter this 60-year-old jinx. Even powerhouse squads like Brazil and France, packed with world-class depth, stumbled at the final hurdle in 1998 and 2022. Meanwhile, other defending champions have historically crashed out in the group stages, let alone made a deep run. The pressure on Lionel Messi and his squad is monumental. They are the ultimate prize. Every single team in the tournament wants to claim their scalp to prove their own greatness. Yet, since their crowning moment 4 years ago, La Albiceleste has been near flawless, cruising through a perfect qualifying campaign alongside their Copa América triumph. It is no exaggeration to say that manager Lionel Scaloni possesses a beautifully synchronized machine where players understand each other's every stride. For this tournament, the 1978-born tactician raised eyebrows by naming a 2-6-man roster composed almost entirely of the veteran warriors who conquered Qatar. This is Argentina's terrifying advantage. While other nations are frantically trying to stitch together new and old faces, Argentina boasts a core that has remained unchanged for over 4 years. They operate less like a national team and more like a club side at the absolute peak of a stable managerial era. In any major tournament, the brightest star commands the spotlight. The reigning champions will naturally look to Lionel Messi to see if the legendary icon can deliver one final miracle in what is widely expected to be his last major tournament. Scaloni has spent years trying to build a system that doesn't solely rely on the former Barcelona talisman, but in reality, that is easier said than done. This challenge is amplified by the absence of his longtime partner in crime, Angel Di, the ultimate big-game player who was so vital to Argentina's golden era. Argentina's true strength lies in a brotherhood forged through years of battle. They have an absolute fortress in goal with Emiliano Martinez, the Golden Glove hero of Qatar. Ahead of him, the defensive spine remains completely intact with Nicolas Otamendi, Cristian Romero, Nicolás Tagliafico, and Lisandro Martinez. These stars bring priceless big-game experience and a trademark South American cynicism that makes the champions incredibly tough to break down. However, the biggest question mark over this roster is the physical fitness of their key men. The veteran Nicolas Otamendi remains a crucial piece in Scaloni's puzzle. Deciding whether to partner the former Manchester City man with Lisandro Martinez or Cristian Romero is a tactical riddle for the 48-year-old manager, especially since the Tottenham Hotspur centre-back has struggled for form and fitness following a recent injury layoff. Nevertheless, with a backline that has played together for years, Argentina knows exactly how to weather the storm against terrifying attacking powerhouses like France or Spain. Behind them, the midfield engine room will be vital in maintaining structural balance, anchored by elite talents like Enzo Fernandez, Alexis Mac Allister, and Lionel Messi's trusted bodyguard, Rodrigo de Paul. That is not even mentioning seasoned veterans like Leandro Paredes or Giovanni Lo Celso. 4 years ago, Enzo Fernandez was Argentina's breakout star on Qatari soil. Now, on the pitches of North America, he must dictate the tempo. Despite a turbulent club season with Chelsea, his individual form remains sharp. A bigger concern, however, is Liverpool's maestro. A noticeable dip in McAllister's form toward the end of the season was a major reason why the Reds lost their rhythm. Yet, Alexis McAllister was an absolute phenomenon during Argentina's run to the top of the world. The nation will be praying for the 1998-born midfielder to rediscover his world-class best. If he falters, Argentina's ball progression will suffer heavily, as the midfielders around him are built more for destructive tackling than creative playmaking. The front line, as always, will capture the world's imagination. Lionel Messi remains the focal point of the attack. Now fully recovered from injury, the 38-year-old maestro must be managed carefully and deployed with tactical flexibility. Rather than having the entire weight of the nation's expectations thrust upon his shoulders, this means supporting stars like Julian Alvarez, Lautaro Martinez, and Giuliano Simeone must step up and carry the goal-scoring burden. The void left by Angel Di Maria will be heavily felt. He was the man for the grandest occasions, always finding a way to shatter deadlocks when the pressure was suffocating, most notably in that unforgettable final against France. If opposing managers deploy a hard tag on Lionel Messi, Scaloni will need alternative blueprints to unlock defenses. Or he will have to strategically manage the Inter Miami Stars' minutes to catch opponents off guard. If Julian Alvarez or Lautaro Martinez, the Serie A top scorer, can replicate their devastating club form on the international stage, Argentina will become infinitely more unpredictable, utilizing fluid forwards who thrive on intelligent movement rather than fixed positions. According to major tactical breakdowns, Scaloni is designing a system engineered to completely liberate Lionel Messi. The danger of the 8-time Ballon d'Or winner no longer lies in the distance he covers, but in his lethal vision and invisible gravity. The moment Messi picks up the ball, opposing defensive structures instantly collapse out of pure panic. In that split second of hesitation, he delivers a fatal defense-splitting pass. A graying beard may appear on the North American pitches, but his lethality remains higher than any player on the planet. That is the divine right of the king. We can no longer expect the Messi of old who would dribble past 4 or 5 defenders from the halfway line. Instead, he will create a single, unimaginable moment that shifts the tides of history. That is the true magic Argentina expects from their legend. The real test will be whether Julian Alvarez or Lautaro Martinez can replicate the clutch gene left behind by Di Maria, rather than stifling the team's momentum with costly misses. In this grueling title defense, the tactical genius of Lionel Scaloni will be tested like never before. He has faced heavy criticism online for omitting high-quality names like Paulo Dybala. But remember, the foundational philosophy of the 2022 World Cup champions is a collective unit that places the badge above any individual superstar. Scaloni refuses to lock his team into a rigid system. He seamlessly transitions between a 433, a 442, or even a back three, depending on the opponent. This makes La Albiceleste an absolute nightmare to prepare for in big games. Tactical analysts ahead of the 2026 World Cup rate Argentina as one of the most structurally fluid teams in the entire tournament. Whether Messi is on the pitch or not, this team is a shape-shifting beast, no longer entirely codependent on their number 10. In their recent friendly against Honduras, Scaloni heavily rotated the squad to give his bench options crucial minutes. While they didn't dominate the scoreline, Argentina's suffocating, cynical style of play proved they can adapt to any opponent, from elite giants to mid-tier dark horses. The brilliance of Giuliano, Simeone, and Lautaro Martinez will be the ear factors driving this team forward. Furthermore, Argentina possesses an elite tournament mentality and tactical maturity that money cannot buy. The World Cup is not merely a contest of tactics or technical skill. It is a psychological war of attrition. Countless powerhouse teams have collapsed simply because they couldn't handle the suffocating pressure of being the defending champions, the gold standard everyone is hunting. The ghosts of France in 2002, Spain in 2014, and Germany in 2018 serve as haunting reminders for Scaloni's men. Fortunately, the majority of this roster has walked through fire, conquered the ultimate peak, and knows exactly what it takes to survive the Dordty knockout rounds. But that is all beautiful on paper. The real answers will be written on the pitch by LA Albiceleste. Football is a game of beautiful chaos. Argentina's journey to defend their crown in North America will be a gauntlet lined with elite executioners like France, Spain, and Portugal. But with a brotherhood forged in gold, and the timeless brilliance of a leader like Lionel Messi, there is no reason why Argentina cannot confidently shatter a 6-decade-old curse at the world's greatest football festival. Will the 8-time Ballon d'Or winner and his band of brothers make history once again to stitch a 4th star onto their crest? Or will they be blindsided by a rising European superpower, or perhaps their enigmatic neighbors, Brazil, under the tactical mastery of Carlo Ancelotti? The road ahead will be infinitely tougher than the sands of Qatar, but it is the perfect stage for the reigning champions to prove the true pedigree of a king. When talent, grit, and championship experience unite in a single squad, you have the ultimate formula for football immortality. Argentina remains the team everyone fears. They kick off their historic title defense against Algeria on Wednesday, June 17th. Let's wait and see what masterpiece Lionel Messi and his squad will paint at this World Cup. That wraps up our deep dive for today. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the latest football epics from Point Break Sports Stories. Drop your tactical predictions and thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the debate passionate and respectful. Thank you so much for watching. This is Point Break Sports Stories, wishing you health, joy, and a beautiful journey with the beautiful game. Goodbye, and see you in the next story.